Antichrist!
Ain't much there.
You got a riverfront though.
Hey, we spend a lot of money on that riverfront.
It's a nice one. I like it. It's better than the one we got here in this shitty city.
Yeah.
It is Sunday, July 28th, 2019. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. Joining me, as usual, Nubsy Slow.
It's your boy.
And first-time guest, comedian, Ryan Likens.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here.
I'm happy that you're finally here, man.
Yeah, we finally made it happen.
I mean, we had a show where you bailed on us, so we got to make fun of you for that. So
Yeah. I work
Fuck
night
that guy.
shifts, so sometimes it's hard to
it
get up.
happens. I get it. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing comedy?
I started doing comedy back in February. That was my first time on stage.
See, that's what I love, man. All the comedians around here, they're just cutting their teeth. I
Yeah.
love that.
It's kind of sad, really, but okay.
Do what?
It's kind of sad, but
No, that's
That's
fucking
good.
great.
No, we barely
You-
have any
look at that.
distinguished
Look-
veterans in it.
We didn't really have a comedy scene, and then all of a
We
sudden
still don't
it
have a
just
comedy
shut
scene.
up. It's working.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's, ass-wise.
What?
Ass-wise.
Oh, ass every 18 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a nice ass.
It ain't got to be nice. You just need one every 18 inches.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Boom.
Get that crowd in there.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's you talking about?
Fucking George Clooney.
Fuck George Clooney.
You're gonna purr. Purr
So,
for 2 hours.
I would just like to say that I had a really shit week last week, and I'm good now.
Why's that?
I did something to help clear my mind yesterday from it, and that person has been eliminated from my life, and I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, I got dark last week. I went dark, like we were talking before we started recording, how, dude, psychological abuse or even mistreatment can cause some bad shit to trigger in your brain. And when you've got a lifetime of it, I mean, it doesn't take much sometimes but it has to be somebody that you care about. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has
That's the
to be
one that
somebody
gets you.
that you allowed in. And then, yeah, that's because only the people that you love can hurt you.
I don't let nobody in.
I feel you. I ain't mad.
The lone wolf.
I was like a one-man wolf pack, but now I have 3 more wolves added to that pack.
Oh, man. What'd you do to the marshmallows, fucking Alan?
Please don't roofie me.
See that? I put a fucking napkin on top of my orange juice
Yeah.
for roofies. And a fucking IHOP. Oh, man. After this, I'm getting IHOP.
That sounds great.
You going to IHOP?
Yeah, I'll probably miss some pancakes, go home, fucking fall back asleep.
Yeah. I'm trying to go get a beer after this so I can stay awake. Not mess up my sleep schedule. I was going to ask y'all if y'all wanted to go get a beer
Nah, I'm good.
after the show. I get it. I'm not cool enough.
Nah.
You guys don't want to hang out?
Not really.
Yeah, man. That whole thing about, the psychological torture of, being around somebody who does that to you is not healthy. You got to get yourself out of those kind of jams.
Well, and the biggest basis of mine was a lack of respect. Being discarded, and finally, after it happening continuously, I hit a point where I was like, we have to have a serious fucking conversation about this. And she didn't want that conversation to happen. And I said, well, it needs to happen until eventually it doesn't. And then it's too late. And now it's too late. and whatever. Like it's done, and I'm good with it.
Good, man. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, gotta keep on progressing. No, not gonna say it.
What?
Sharks versus bears.
What?
Sharks versus bears. The shark doesn't.
Yeah.
Shark doesn't swim backwards. It just
Right.
moves forward.
And fucking drown.
I'll fucking drown. No fucking drown.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. That is a good analogy. Shark versus bears.
Well,
This goes back to a way older show
way older.
Oh, okay.
when Dirt Nap Dave was still on with us, and those two idiots got into a debate of bears versus sharks, and I just sat back laughing hysterically the whole time that this conversation took place. It was
It's on YouTube.
What is a shark and a bear? Like, how can
bears are like the sharks of the land.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was, like God damn it.
Oh,
He
God.
said something.
This is something about something.
It's like he said, oh, Leo.
Yeah, Leo the bear. No, Leo the DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio in the fucking
Yeah,
Revenant when his
yeah.
ass gets mauled by that bear.
Leo
It
didn't
was
go
just-
nowhere.
Dude, we need to figure out. I need to figure out what episode that. Like, I made that clip.
I think it's 85 or 86.
Maybe, yeah. I need to know though, just so I can say it offhand, because that is literally one of the funniest conversations that has ever taken place, maybe in the history of ever.
I don't know. Kind of like the last episode. I go to a restaurant. I mean, like one you
Oh,
haven't been
fuck Kelly,
to.
man!
That was so great.
Kelly, you an ass.
That was so great. I was like just dying. I'm still dying over that. I was like savage.
I said, "There's no restaurant," she goes, "that you haven't been to." I was like, "Bitch, did you just call me fat on my show?"
That was
Like, I don't know that I'm fat.
that was a
God damn,
That was pretty
ruthless
epic.
Fuck.
He had
But-
no futs given that day.
Oh yeah, it was.
Man,
it was
the straight
crazy.
called you out like that, huh?
Yeah. Look at you.
No restaurant you haven't been to.
But no, back with the relationship thing though. Like anybody that's out there, if you are with someone that isn't willing to have difficult conversations when they need to be had, get the fuck out. Get out.
Yeah.
Stop fooling yourself. Stop any hopeful or wishful thinking that, oh well, eventually they'll see what they've done. No, they fucking won't. Especially if they're a narcissist. Fuck them. It's over.
That's
And all-
usually when they see what they've done, is when it's over.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's no
But
going
even
back.
that, no. In this case, I don't believe that for a second. Like, and I even told her, I was like, feel free to tell anyone that you have to talk to about it that it was all my fault. That's cool.
Put the blame on me.
Maybe it'll bring you peace. Whatever. It's fine.
It's null and void at this point. Like,
It's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yes.
But yeah. And, realized I made a mistake, so I rectified that mistake. And yeah.
That's good, man. I'm glad you're in a better headspace.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I still, every day, am wondering what's taking that goddamn horseman so long to show up. Because I feel like I've way overstayed my welcome here.
How about the apocalypse?
How old are you?
No, death. Just fucking death. What the hell is keeping his ass? Come on, son.
Probably the Mohawk.
I got other shit to do.
You might intimidate him.
That would be my goddamn luck. He'd be like, well, I was going to kill him like 20 years ago, but he scares me.
It might be the spikes.
That's probably the spot.
And messing with that guy.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Who's the next guy on the list?
I love
Fuck
that Nubsy just goes, oh, they're waiting on the apocalypse? I don't give a fuck about no goddamn apocalypse. I want off of this planet. But you know what the thing is? So I think every day this thought runs through my mind, is today the day? And when I say that, I mean, am I going to kill myself today? But I can't do it because I know that I will disappoint quite a few people that I care about. But worse than that, it'll give satisfaction to a bunch of these cunts that act like my friend. And
Yeah.
I don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know what I mean?
I
Like, I can't continue to make your life miserable if I'm not fucking here to do it. But if I die naturally, then it's okay. Like, if you die naturally, everything's forgiven. Like,
Yeah.
you know, nobody holds that against you. I mean, people do have their grieving processes, and they got that anger thing about it. But, you know, eventually they reach acceptance, and they're like, I'll remember him. You know, good times we had. But yeah, no, I can't fucking kill myself.
I hate the fact that you feel that way.
What?
I really do. That, you know, I don't know. I feel like
Look
self-love
at my
is,
face. No, I do love myself. That's just it. I don't love here. I don't like being. I've said it before. I'm not from here. I'm not one of these things, and it pisses me off, and it aggravates the fuck out of me. He knows this. He's seen me in public. I wear a mask in public, and I put on this grand facade, and I make everyone around me laugh and have a good time, and I do like doing that. But at the same time, most of those people will never fucking know me.
not truly.
Never.
Never see the man behind the mask.
Exactly. They don't get to see the mask come off and see crippling depression and anxiety and resentment toward everyone on this planet. Like, it's just like, ugh.
So it's more like a feeling that you don't belong? Is that it?
Oh, dude, I'm not from here. Not at all.
You're not
I
from
know
Earth?
that. No.
Did you come from Area 51?
This is a goddamn...
No.
This, for me, this is a prison. I'm serving some kind of life sentence.
You're in a dungeon, so
I'm serving some kind of life sentence for crime. I wrote something about this. I've read this. I think I read this one time on the show. I think. I'll read it again. All right? Just give me a second to get it pulled up.
we got like 90 minutes.
Yeah, right. We're good on time. It don't matter. None of this matters.
Let's just stop talking for dead air.
People are going to hear this and they're just going to be like, what the fuck's he talking about?
Awkward silence. Shh, everybody quiet.
Okay, where the fuck are you at?
Welcome to the podcast, by the way. What
Yeah,
an episode
man.
to jump on.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hey, man, I'm excited to be here.
All right, so look. This is called The Cosmic Drifter. All right?
The Cosmic Drifter.
Yes, I wrote this May 26th of last year. All right? In the shadows of my mind, I can recall sunsets on other planets. I wasn't always a prisoner here, trapped in a slowly decaying shell of misery and failure. I was free. Free to roam the galaxies, the cosmos, and the expanse of the entire universe. But for reasons and crimes I can't remember, I've been condemned to a life sentence here on Earth. While it has its moments of happiness and elation, it's also filled with dark, maddening depression and loss. It seems as though only a select few of billions are allowed to excel and achieve happiness. These must be the guards or wardens of this prison planet. The beings here boast of freedom, yet they can't even cross borders into other lands without permission and documentation. They also slave their lives away in service to others, building the dreams of those they'll most likely never even meet, nor by whom they'll be thanked. While barely surviving, yet they call this living. I have great disdain for this place and most of its inhabitants, yet I can't help feeling as though I should protect them. Not that it would do any good. How do you save 7 billion beings from themselves? Gods, wars, greed, suffering, and control are the majority of what drives these creatures. I long for the days when my life debt here is paid and I'm once again free to travel the interstellar routes to which I'm accustomed. Until then, I will dwell within this cell, slowly dying, reaping any sense of joy which presents itself until I'm released.
It is very deep.
Yeah,
It's very deep.
accurate too.
Accurate for, I guess, people with that mentality. I have a different mentality than most people.
I look at
What's your mentality?
most humans and I'm just like, ugh. Especially, like, I envy the majority of humanity. These people that seem to have no in-depth memory of their life. My first memory is 9 months old. Everything from then is vivid as fuck. Vivid.
Wow.
I remember my birthdays, Christmases, all that shit growing up. The first 14 years of my life were terror. Pure terror. And I envy people who are just so oblivious and blissfully ignorant of everything around them, and they're just always happy. Fuck, man, what does that feel like?
I'm not blissfully ignorant. But, I don't know. I feel like without the downs, you'll never be able to enjoy the ups.
Oh, I accept that. I accept that. Only I know people who get down and then I see their ups. And we are not the same thing. We're not even remotely similar.
Yeah. There's I mean, again, it's all the mentality that goes into it. For me, I've had a lot of, downs. I've had a lot of, bad things happen. That most of them I brought on myself, though. It was all self-inflicted wounds. And this is one of those things where I had to learn how to accept, I can't be mad at the world for something that I did.
Oh, yeah, no. No, I'm not mad at the world.
Well, I'm just...
Like, it's not... Like, I don't blame anyone else for the shit that I went through. Like, that blame is placed on where it came from. Like, it wasn't anybody's responsibility to come save me or to get me out of that. That's just not the way the world worked then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was...
You said 14, so, I mean, that's a kid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you haven't even gone through life. I thought I was an adult when I turned 18. Legally, I was an adult, but I didn't know shit.
When I was 14, I orchestrated my own escape.
When you were 14?
Yes.
I mean,
I had to plan an escape, and it went off. Like, it happened. And I went to live with my dad and my stepmom and my grandparents. But I literally had to collect calls to our family attorney for weeks, making sure he was getting the paperwork ready, getting the court date set, all of these things. I'm 14 years old doing this.
Mature.
You realize how nerve-wracking that is?
Oh man, I get in trouble sometimes, and it's nerve-wracking for me as an adult to talk to a lawyer and get it together.
Right.
Well, imagine being a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not the same as the rest of these creatures. Like, it's just I'm different.
Being normal.
I first pointed a gun at somebody when I was 13 years old.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
I mean, was it necessary?
Absolutely.
Well then.
And all I said was, I just wanted you to know how easy it would be.
Did you say it real soft?
I whispered it because I woke him up from a dead sleep.
That would be like some Children of the Corn shit.
With his own shotgun pointed at his face.
Yeah. That would have been something to wake up to.
That's just
imagine how far you have to push a 13-year-old to get them to that point.
Yeah. I would say pretty far. I would have never. But again, I don't fall under the same category. I didn't grow up like that. I was blessed with two great parents. You know what I mean?
And I envy that too. Like, I think all the time, what would my life be like had I had just one of these normal families and just...
Yeah.
Because I can't help but think, I'm like, dude, it's one of those... Like, I don't believe in any God or anything like that, but I do believe in universal energy. Okay. And so maybe that's my word for God, we'll say.
Yeah.
But I look at it like I've experienced too many things out of the norm to just think everything is coincidence. Does that make sense?
It's almost like you're agnostic in a way. You just don't want to put the word God behind it.
It's not a singular creator type thing. It's energy is constant. Energy is always moving, transforming, splitting, joining back together. You can't create it, you can't destroy it. It just is. You can only harness it.
Yes.
That's it. That's all we are. We are vessels. And our energy weighs 21 grams.
That's crazy.
Been weighed and measured.
Yeah.
Upon death, the body expels 21 grams.
About 50 in the streets.
GameStop will give you $4.99.
Well played. But it's, I don't know, man. It's one of those. I'm 40 years old. Haven't really,
good for 40. I would never have guessed you were 40 years old.
That's the one thing that I got going for me. Like the beard helps. If I were to shave the beard, I look like a fucking child. It's ridiculous. Like, my dad's 70. My dad looks like he's maybe in his late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah. As you got the youth factor,
Yeah.
youth look factor.
But I hate the thought that all of these things, because I'm, like I said, I'm 40 years old. I haven't achieved anything of great note. I haven't done anything, and I'll explain that here in a second. But I hate to think that all of the suffering and the pain and the torment and just hell that I've endured through my life is for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
What's my payoff? And when I say that, here's the problem. So I don't make any money doing this show. That's why this show continues to grow and is becoming successful. But that terrifies me. I'm scared.
You're scared of this success?
Absolutely, and here's why. One of my dearest friends, he is my best friend. He has told me several times, he's like, you piss me off more than any human being on this planet because you have all of the talent in the world in multiple fucking avenues, and you can't figure out a way to make it work for you.
That's Steve Abs.
What?
Steve Abs.
No, Rudy.
Oh yeah, Rudy.
And Steven's had that conversation with me too, though.
Yeah.
A couple people have. Jay Scott has too.
I don't know.
They're just like, how the fuck can you have all of these multi-talents and you can't figure out how to make them work for you and become successful? Dude, you see that Deadpool right there? The best one up there, right smack in the middle?
Yeah.
I made that.
You made it?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, I do...
You're an artist as well.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm a singer. I'm a musician. I figured out how to sculpt and paint just by knowing that I could. And I used to sell those.
That's awesome.
I used to do custom figures and shit like this. But here's the problem. I owned a corporation when I lived in Las Vegas, and it tanked because we got too close to success. Everything that I do, I could give you 20 ideas for you to become successful. You can utilize them. I can even help you along the way. But the moment you try to offer me any kind of monetary gain for my help, you're going to lose your shit. It's going to collapse. What the fuck is that? And I don't have one or two or three, just a handful of instances. No, I have like 17 instances of this throughout the last 24 years of my life that I can just, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
I think you do have. I think your biggest gift would be your message. You know what I mean? Like you could turn it into a negative thing, and then or you could use it to inspire others.
And that's just it. And people say, Bulldog, have you ever thought about doing like comedic motivational speaking? And I'm like, of course I have. Until the time when it comes for me to be paid, and then that shit's gonna collapse.
Just because there's money involved?
Yep. If it is anything to better my life and put me ahead and give me that advantage, it can't happen.
I feel like that's a stigma you're putting on yourself.
No, that's a stigma that was built through time. Like at first I ignored it. And then about the 9th or 10th time it happened, I went, am I a fucking muse? Is that what this is? Was I tormented and tortured and suffer all of these ferocious atrocities just so that I could bring light to other people and make their lives better while I continue to suffer? Now, granted, you can tell I'm generally a happy guy. But even I've had to explain this to a few people, even in the moments when you see me in complete elation and joy, and I'm laughing hysterically and having a great time, there is so much anger, hatred, and resentment that cannot escape me, and it's always just under the surface. It's always there.
You don't
no
think
matter
you'll
what.
ever be able to escape it?
No. Dude, I've tried meditation. I've tried so many different things just to let these things go, and all it takes is for somebody to say something cross to me. They don't even have to be malicious, just kind of an asshole, and everything in my brain can flip the switch right there, and instantly I'm like, how'd you like to catch an ass whooping that's not meant for you? I think
Yeah.
you need to reevaluate your existence in my presence, because you are not as valuable as you may think you are. That's just one of those. I have no tolerance for bullshit. I can't do it.
I don't think that has. I mean, that's awesome though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
but it's
hate
also-
people who are stepping stones. You know what I mean? Guys who
Right.
just take a bunch of shit.
But the problem is, most people burn their bridges after they've crossed them. I'll light us both on kerosene in the middle of the bridge and set us both on fire and just see who gets off the bridge first.
Yeah, survival
That's
of the
me.
fittest.
I don't give a fuck. Like, once I hit that point, there is no cordiality. There's no fucking concern. It's, I will slit your throat. I will crush you.
Yeah. Which, I mean, but then you were in a relationship that you allowed somebody to be.
I did. Well, and that's just it. When you have care and concern and love for someone, the things that you're willing to accept sometimes are ridiculous until you're no longer willing to accept them.
And then that's usually a long beaten path.
Mine didn't take that long.
Mine has. But I've been on both ends of that spectrum. I've unintentionally.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 28.
See, so in my 20s, I endured way more bullshit. Way more. Dude, I stayed in a 2-year relationship that should have lasted 3 months. Then, when I was 29, the 2 days before my 30th birthday, I married a woman. I was with her for a year, married her. We were married for 4 years. I spent 5 years in that relationship that should have been over at 6 months because I was in love. I fell in love with her kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, and she asked me to marry her. And that was the only reason I ever got married.
She asked you. Did she get on one knee?
No.
Oh.
No, but she asked
Just
me
get
to
on
marry.
both knees.
What
She
kind
asked-
of ring was it, huh?
She actually got me a Steelers wedding band.
A Steelers. Well, you're a Steelers fan.
Oh, die hard, man.
Die hard Steelers fan. I did
Yeah.
not see that tattoo when it came in. I'm a Titans fan.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't hate on that. That's,
Yeah. It was like the closest team
yeah.
that I had to Kentucky
Yeah.
anyway. So
But
Owensboro.
yeah, no, in my 20s, like even into my 30s, I suffered through that. And then my last big relationship before this little thing that happened here, I was with her for 2.5 years. Okay? Nubsy,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you met her, you knew her. There was no arguing, no fighting. Everything was smooth, always peaceful. We had fun together. In 2.5 years, she comes in on a Saturday, looks me right in the fucking eyes, and says, "I was never in love with you." Bitch, shit, you could have told me Tuesday 2 years ago.
Again,
What the fuck? And hold on.
That could be
I
brought up yesterday.
stayed with her. We had been together for like 5 or 6 months. She was diagnosed with blood clots in both of her lungs and one in the right aorta of her heart. She had to have open heart surgery to get that. I didn't leave. I stayed. I helped take care of her and then helped her with her mental health issues, put anything to do with me on the back burner. I never brought up any of my shit because I never wanted her to be upset or anything. And the funny thing is, the Wednesday right before that Saturday, I had my first ever breakdown in front of her. 2.5 years. I had my first ever breakdown and told her that I felt worthless and all of this. And then 3 days later, she told me she was never in love with me. After watching a multitude of breakdowns and helping her through them and walking and talking her through them and loving her through them.
that's crazy,
Brother, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, that is the definition of narcissist. That is one of those. I told her, and I didn't say hateful shit to her, but I told her, I was like, you're the most selfish person I've ever met in my life.
Like, you're a fucking psychopath.
I didn't even say that.
You should have, like, right before she was about to have open heart surgery, been like, I never loved you either.
Oh my God, no.
That would have been awesome. Like,
No, she had to have that surgery, like,
Yeah.
early into our relationship. Man.
Oh,
I stopped
oh.
doing the show for 3 months while I was focusing on her.
Yeah, fuck her. I don't even know this lady, but I don't like her.
Right, that dude. Everyone that's heard this story is like, "Fuck that bitch," and I'm like, "Whatever, man. It's I don't even care enough to be like, fuck her. It's just whatever.
I think a lot of times in relationships, though, especially when
But-
they start going sour, people just want to say shit that they know is going to cut you deep.
But let me tell you, no, that's just it. Nothing went sour. Nothing.
Well, like you didn't see it, but something had to have gone sour. It's like
No, dude,
she went
you
2
don't just,
years,
No,
2.5
that's
years.
just it. You don't just tell somebody I was never in love with you because things went sour. That's psychosis. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, like something had to flip in her. Like, sounds like a psychopath. You know how to pick.
Oh,
'em.
well, then I mean, I won't get into her business, but she went on a path of crazy once it was over. And I was like, okay, whatever. Not my bull, not my rodeo. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. But now, because of things like that, and then like my marriage, I spent the last 2 years of my marriage in a pure suicidal depression. Wanted to kill myself every day, and I couldn't bring myself to do it because of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that sucked.
It's been my rule so far because I've seen my friends do it. They fall in love with a woman and then they fall in love with their kids,
And then it ends, and they don't see those kids anymore.
or they'll continue on with it just for the kids.
Yep.
So I've been like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna date a woman who has kids. Now I'm 28.
The moment I told her I wanted a divorce, I felt the biggest weight in the world lifted off my shoulders. I really did. I was like, and she goes, "What?" Like, it caught her off guard, and I was like, "I want a divorce. You're literally the worst person I've ever met in my life. You're horrible. You are horrible."
You're a
Like,
grade
I
A bitch.
went off, dude, and I started laughing as I'm saying this shit, and like, she broke down, and I kind of feel bad about that, but at the same time, I don't.
I don't feel
Because
that at all.
she would run me down in front of our friends and shit.
Emotions are for the
Oh, I
weak.
hate
Just
them
like-
type of people.
Yeah, dude. How in the fuck do you say you love someone and then you're gonna shit talk them? And I don't mean funny jabs. Like, look, if I'm in a relationship, yeah, I'm gonna give funny jabs, but and I expect them back.
Those
Like, I want
bars.
to bust. I want to bust balls.
Yeah.
You know. But being serious and just being like, oh my god, you're so fucking stupid. And then you're just like, and everybody at the table's kind of uncomfortable, but they try to laugh about it, and you're just like, eventually you get numb to it, and you're like, yeah, what the fuck ever.
That's me and my emotions now.
It's just
Dude,
dumb.
yeah, like, that's the other benefit that I have, though. People can pretty much say anything they want to me, and I'm like, there's nothing that you can tell me that can rival what my brain does to
Yeah.
me. Fuck you, you amateur.
It was like,
Never walked a mile in this brain.
Oh my god, dude!
That's
If
the best
I
you got.
promise you, we could clear up the population problem real goddamn quick, and just give everyone on this planet 24 hours living with my thoughts. 90% of this planet would kill themselves before they hit hour 18.
Hour 18. I'm a betting guy, so I would almost be like,
Oh, dude,
I'm taking the 20th. I'm taking the 20th.
you're going on the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
Taking the over. Dude, it's and the people that you would be left with, though,
Strong
they
motherfuckers.
would be the strongest of the fucking strong for sure. And yes, I do know that there are people that have had worse lives than me, but pretty much the only people I've ever found that had lives on par with mine were when I read their death row memoirs or watched an interview or whatever they did right before they were executed.
Their last sayings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like when they're talking about their life and what brought them to this, how they ended up there. And the only thing I can think is, well, at least I was fortunate enough at 14 years old to plan my escape. My escape went off, and my grandmother and my grandfather and my dad and my stepmom gave a 14-year-old broken man enough love to save him.
Hey, that's a success story within itself. I mean, it sounded like at 13 you were about to be on a path to be like the Ed Kemper or some shit.
Right?
You had a gun held to a man's head, not just any gun, a shotgun at point blank
It was
range.
his shotgun.
Wasn't even yours; it was his. Imagine getting killed by your own gun.
What happens in 30 minutes of mayhem? Yeah, is it not doing
I
anything?
didn't feel like doing it Friday. I was in bad headspace and didn't want to be funny and entertaining, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
If I would have done 30 minutes of mayhem, I would not. Like my plan. I was going to do 30 minutes, but I wasn't going to post the thing up for people to ask questions. I was just going to go straight into doing a one-man bit about what we've just talked about here. Just being like, but it would have been a whole lot more of fuck all of you. Like, even if you listen to me and love me, fuck you too. Like, it would have been that. And I was like, I probably shouldn't do that.
Sometimes people need to hear that.
Sometimes people do. But
sometimes you need to hear yourself say that.
Yep.
It does.
Fuck it, just do it. It's entertaining people.
The self-loathers.
Yeah.
Right. There'll be 2,000 downloads a month after that.
Yeah.
Instead of
Well,
25.
This just got fucking real.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, the strongest have survived.
Like
Congratulations.
The old emo kids from high school would absolutely love that. Like, I'm going to cut myself to this.
Dun, 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 dun. That's how we must go.
But, yeah, man, it's... depression's a motherfucker.
It is.
And the sad thing is, everybody will post that suicide awareness prevention hotline bullshit on their Facebook and like, please take the time to repost this and blah blah blah. That's cool and all. And then the other thing is, here's my problem. People try to get me to talk to them about it, and there are very few people that I will open up to.
Yeah.
Just because I don't really trust people. I mean, let's just look at my track record here. My mother tried to kill me when I was 10 years old. So it's
that's wild.
It's been a crapshoot. Like that right there. That's the basis. That's the basis of my existence. Because they say, there's a saying, especially for boys. As a boy and as a man, there will never be any bigger fan of you than your mother. What fucking chance did I have?
Well, when you're young, not much at all.
Dude, it was constant. Like, I remember being 4 years old and being told to my face that I was a mistake and that she wished she had never had me.
Wow, that's terrible,
dude. But for me, it just is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I see other families interact, and even with my stepkids, when I was married. Jesus, I mean, those kids knew that I loved them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could never imagine saying something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't understand like what kind of piece of shit would tell a child that. Like they haven't
that
even
you're raising.
Yeah, you haven't even began to understand.
Like, look,
life.
I get the whole like you didn't want anything, like you didn't want this kid from the get go. You don't want anything to do with it. You're not involved in the kid's life, so stay out.
There's options, adoption. Look. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to be
that's the other thing.
Stuck there unless you're a paycheck.
But she didn't want she didn't want me to go live with my dad. Like she didn't want my dad to have custody of me.
This is the double psychological warfare.
Oh yeah. I had to watch the torment that my dad went through all this too.
Yeah, because our court systems are not set up for dads.
Dude, this is the 80s. There was no court system for that shit.
Wow.
There was not. I went to school black and fucking blue, man. I looked like Mike Tyson put me through the ringer at like 8, 9 years old.
And
I went to school with an eye swollen shut. People didn't get involved.
I feel like
nobody got involved.
I couldn't go to school with like a scratch from a thorn without my.
I couldn't go to school once because I got beaten so bad that I was pissing blood.
Oh man, see, that's a terrible thing, that physical and emotional abuse for a child. I just the piece of shit human beings that put them through that.
But people question and there are I did a 3-part series about Bulldog Malenko versus Rob Walter at the beginning of my podcast. Like when I started this goes back to like March of 2016. Okay, you know that, and. It's a rough listen. I know that it is. I mean, I can listen to it because it's me telling my story.
Do you like listening to your own voice?
No, I hate it.
It bothers me so much.
That's a human, like it's a thing ingrained in all of our brains. We're not supposed to hear ourselves like that.
I don't mind my own voice. I just hate watching my video. I can't stand just seeing me, but I can hear. I get messages. I got the voice.
I get messages, especially from women. Women are like, "Oh my God, your voice is so sexy," and I'm like, I think I sound retarded.
Yeah.
Like my brain hears my voice and it goes, man, stop it. Oh God. But I have to listen to the shows just so
Yeah, you got to get a feel for
refresher and a recap of what happened and
keep the continuity going.
I feel like my voice is an atrocity when I hear it.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
I'm like, do I really sound like that?
Right. Like,
I would tell me to shut up.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. People do tell me to shut up all the time, but it doesn't work. I'm like, are you kidding? I have a show where I just talk all the time. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But no, like, you know, I know that the things that I went through are terrible. I know that. But again, I don't have any other perspective to gauge it against. You know what I mean? Like, that was just my life. That's what it was. That's what I expected.
Yeah. Honestly, man, it seems like you came out on top. I know you have a lot of mental, issues.
Yeah.
That you're going to carry that for the rest of your life. You're probably.
And that's just it, man. People have the balls, though, to say to anyone else, well, man, sometimes you just got to get over it. You got to move on. I'll tell you what, Jack, I'm going to toss you out a second story window, and we're going to see if you move on from it or if you hate me for the rest of your life.
You might get a broken leg or something, depending on how you fall.
Yeah,
or collarbone.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
You'll live, though.
Yeah, you'll still live.
You live. You live. And I'm gonna tell you a couple times though that I love you before this happens.
Are you gonna scream it as you fall? I love you.
Oh no. No, because once the fall happens, then I'm gonna stand there at the window looking disappointed because you didn't die.
Oh, the heartbreak.
But when I take you to the hospital, I'm gonna act very distraught that this happened to you. And you're going to be so goddamn afraid to say anything.
You want to get tossed out another window.
That you'll go along with it.
Yeah. I would never tell anybody that they would have to get over such a thing. But I would say you'd have to face it head on eventually. Like, putting a mask over it is not healthy. It's one of those things where you have to air it out. You got to talk to people.
I mean, the one thing that I've found, me talking about my issues doesn't really help me a lot. And that's the other thing. I hate talking to people about it because I can't trust people enough to know, do they genuinely care? Or is this just something to make them feel better about their life?
No.
Those are the people.
At least it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's why
terrible.
people want to hear bad news. They want to hear bad news that doesn't involve them.
It makes
them feel better.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my life's not so bad. And I don't like that. That's why, like, anybody listening to this that's one of my friends, if I've ever reached out to you, like if I see some kind of distress signal and I reach out to you and I say, hey, if you need to talk or you need to vent or you need to rant, I will listen to you. And I will ask you if you want empathy or if you want solutions. And I will gauge my response off of what you need. That's how you listen to someone. Sometimes people just need to have an echo chamber. Like you see that a lot, not trying to jab, but a lot with liberals. They want to be able to voice these chaotic opinions about everything and forcing everyone to go along with their opinion, and they only want to communicate with people who are echo chambers and echo what they're saying. And as soon as someone deviates from that, you're a fascist, blah blah.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with your bullshit. That's the same thing with a lot of these people who are like, I'm here if you ever need to talk. No, you're not. Not for me. I will not be taking up that offer. Fuck out of here. Bring me some cocaine.
We'll cocaine about it.
Just give me some weed.
Right.
You got some hair, Ron? Let's do that.
Some hair, Ron.
Got some of that brown Jemima.
Right. I've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone.
The Guns N' Roses thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Guns N' Roses. I just wouldn't go see them live now.
Not now.
No, they're going to be at Louder Than Life. I think they're the main attraction.
Oh, that's horrible.
That doesn't sound,
dancing with Yes, sir.
It doesn't sound fun at all.
It's a geriatrics concert.
I love the video. Look, I love Motley Crue. Okay, but I love the video of Vince Neil trying to sing "Kickstart My Heart," and he's oh my god,
it was so awful.
And the person puts the interpretation of what he's saying.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was so great.
These are the lyrics. This is what I think he's saying.
Yes, it makes me laugh so fucking hard, and I love the Crew. Love the Crew.
That's a lot of years of drugs and alcohol catching up to you there.
Fuck yeah! But think of the life Vince Neil had.
Oh my
Although when his daughter died, fuck man, that's some rough shit.
Soul crushing.
Yeah.
But man, he probably drowned himself in alcohol,
well, not
drugs,
only that,
and pussy.
Then the singer dude from the other band that he was friends with died in a car wreck.
Oh yeah, in the car wreck.
He was drunk and fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
But I mean, dude, the lifestyle they were living. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Lucky that didn't happen to them.
Doesn't it just look like fun though?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It would be absolutely, and I can't say that I wouldn't do it because like with all that money and the fame and success,
let me just tell you,
women throwing pussy at you.
My sinuses would be collapsed by now. Like my nose would have already had to have been rebuilt twice.
You'd be looking like Artie Lang.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Have you seen the pictures of him?
He looks terrible.
He got kidnapped, dude. That's why his nose is that flat. That dude, they got kidnapped because he owed a bookie some money. And it said the dude like beat his nose into a pancake.
Look,
and he had
hey,
money.
There's a lesson right there. If you're gonna have a vice, only have one.
Yeah.
Because when you're trying to funnel funds into 2 or more different vices, you're gonna end up in some trouble.
Yeah.
Stick with one vice.
That's why I never got into drugs that had like super physical addictions.
Yeah, addictive properties.
Well, I mean, I was off on alcohol pretty bad. And like when I turned 18, I was just like, fuck it, I'm about to party.
But then you turn 21 and it stops being a challenge.
Oh, it never stopped. It didn't stop until like I just kept getting in trouble. You can only get arrested so many times, and then you're just like, all right, I got to switch things up.
There's the crazy thing, the amount of insane shit that I've done in my life, I've never been arrested.
God, dude, as softcore as my life is compared to yours, I couldn't stay. At one point in time, I couldn't stay out of jail. I swear to God, it was ridiculous. I got a DUI, and then like 2 days later, I was walking home drunk, and they picked my ass up for an AI. So I went to jail like twice in like 2 days. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
I wasn't drunk in public. You threw me in public.
Like,
I was drunk in a bar.
Yeah. Having a grand old time.
They threw me
in public.
And I made the good decision. I walked. I was like, man, I'm being smart today. Nope.
Yeah. I say all the times I've walked home drunk, I never got stopped. Yet.
They're knocking on wood.
I've never understood that. Like, look, if somebody had the wherewithal to not drive, and they're just walking, and if they're on a sidewalk and they're not
in the middle
disrupting traffic and shit, leave them the fuck alone.
Let that
who cares? You know who they don't fuck with who are drunk? Homeless people.
Yeah.
They're always drunk in public.
Well, they're just
you know why?
Though.
Because they ain't got no fucking money.
That's right.
That's why.
They probably wouldn't even attest to being arrested. Like, fuck, free
hell
me.
Yeah, right. You gonna feed me and let me sleep on that cot? Yeah.
Boom.
Let's go.
It's not really
they can't make bail or anything.
You get a little mat, you get to lay on the floor.
Whatever.
It's
probably more comfortable than concrete.
Probably better than where they're at.
And a lot more warmer too.
No, dude, it's fucking cold in jail.
Oh, well, it's cold on the street too.
It has to be cold in jail.
I'll be all right.
But at least you got something above you to stop the rain.
Smell like a pile of dog shit.
It's the worst. I've been in jail where the fucking the AC went out.
Oh man, that's so good.
Talk about like a bunch of grown men smelling like ass.
Look at that one in what is it, fucking Arizona or New Mexico, where they make them all stay in tents outside.
What?
Fuck that! I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going for a guard with a gun just so that I probably get shot.
Oh, they wouldn't even shoot you, dude. You just get tased.
You'll probably get maimed.
You get tased and beat on. They very rarely. Most of them don't even have a lethal weapon on them.
No, I'm talking about the towers. I'm gonna try to get up in that tower and get shot.
You're gonna get tased.
Hit you
that's the worst too, because they're gonna tase you, beat you a little bit, give you extra little zaps, a couple more taps.
Watch you shit your pants.
Yeah, zaps and taps, baby.
Then leave you.
I've seen it too. I've seen a lot of people go crazy in jail. So, and then they lose their shit and try to go after guard. They make the great escape. I'm like, nah, bro, it's not happening. They have weapons.
Yeah, but that's just it, man. Like, when you cage people like animals, how do you expect them not to act like animals?
Well, there's two sides to that. There's also a side to the. I was going to make a point earlier about people walking drunk. I'm in alcohol classes. I have 3 DUIs. I've been going to them for a long time, and I've heard a lot of different sides of this opinion. The reason why you get picked up for being with an AI for walking is because you can't tell the level of drunkenness this person is, and are they posing a threat to themselves? And most of the time, the answer is no.
So they put around people.
Here's the thing:
in general population,
if a homeless person were to attempt suicide, they're probably not going to jail.
If I won't even stop them.
Nope.
Well, if a homeless person is going to commit suicide, where would they commit suicide?
Jump off a bridge.
At that point in time, they probably wouldn't, because like most people who sit there and like wait on top of the bridge, they don't want to commit suicide. They want attention. They want to be told somebody loves them.
Oh no,
they're homeless. They're gonna just do it.
They're not gonna stop. They're just gonna keep walking. It's not gonna be a pause. Like if somebody wanted to commit suicide, like truly wanted to, it can take less than a second. You can shoot yourself in the head and you'd be dead in an instant.
Well, but you got to have that gun.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Or you could walk down to the nearest bridge and jump right off. But it wouldn't take but a second.
Or just go run up to the interstate and just act like you're walking down the side of a road, wait for a semi to get close enough, and just dart out in front of it.
Play to a tarmac and just wait for the plane to land.
That would be a hell of a. But then, though, here's the problem. Yeah, security's going to get your ass before that plane.
It goes back to the tased and tased thing.
Either way,
tased.
You still get hit.
Goddamn TSA is gonna fuck you up.
Oh my god!
They miss every shot. They miss like 90% of like weapons being brought through the United States. They will not fucking be able to hit you with a taser.
Stormtroopers trying with tasers. Yeah. Is that what it is?
Them motherfuckers will hit the side of a fucking tarmac,
bounce off and tase themselves.
Like, oh shit! I didn't mean to hit the tower. Yeah, the dude's right in front of you. How bad is your aim? Like fucking Officer Garcia for fucking Reno 911.
I got to see him live, stand-up comedy.
Oh, he's fun. I like him.
That was a great show.
I'm going to see Tom Segura tonight.
Oh man, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
No, I'm all right.
Well, you're not a Tom Segura fan? You too good for Tom Segura?
I don't really watch any other stand-up comedians anymore.
That's weird.
You don't like them, I kind of agree with that because, like, when I listen to other ones,
it can start to affect
the way you write.
You should listen to other comedians. Like, you should.
I listen to them, but I don't pay attention.
I study.
I just hit the background, get some fucking like they talk about a topic, and I just go off of that. I don't want to do that. I want my own. I don't want to feel like I'm writing off of them.
I don't really pay attention to the material too much. I pay attention to their stage presence. Like, what are they doing that because it's hard to get on stage and be funny. It is the hardest form of entertainment. Is to go in there and be funny in front of a different crowd every night. So you got to watch, the successful ones and what are they doing different? Not so much material, what they're saying, but how they're presenting it.
Also just being themselves. But it's hard to get to that level where you can be yourself in front of people you never know.
Well, guys like Larry the Cable Guy, that shit was an act. He's not really like that.
No.
But that was a character.
Yeah, he's a character. A lot of people.
Is he really that funny though?
Oh yeah, dude.
When I was a kid,
Bill Engvall and Ron White have both said Larry, just hanging out with him, he's one of the funniest people to be around. He's just constantly funny.
The funny guy.
Yeah, funny man.
That's like Ron White. Ron, he gets described the same way. You can't be around him, and he he's always deadpan, dry, delivering shit that will just make you piss yourself.
Yeah. I would love to hang out. He's probably always drunk. He might
Fuck
actually
yeah.
piss himself.
Fuck yeah.
His tequila's fantastic.
Is it?
Yes.
You tried it?
What is
Yes. I can't. I
Tell
forgot
me after
name
the show.
of it.
Don't say it now.
Oh, we can't promote it.
They ain't getting promoted.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
You want me to promote?
The first time I
Fucking
tried it was at
sponsor.
the Comedy Caravan in Louisville. They have it. And
Write it down on a piece of paper. Now I just want to know where it is.
I can't think of the name of it off top.
I'll just Google it later.
That's just how it was presented. Like, this is Ron White's tequila.
This is tequila by Ron White. It's like Essence by Sapphire. It's precious.
Black by Polo.
Gish, the lady's choice. That's from my buddy Andy Mitchell. He'll fucking laugh about that.
Gish.
And my buddy John Gish, who we're cracking on there. Suck it, John.
I remember Andy.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, dude. He was at the Boca Lounge.
Yeah, we were there Friday.
What?
Went and saw Hong Kong Peaches again. I got up and sang with them.
I love that name.
Hong Kong Peaches.
Mhm.
Hong Kong Beaches.
And I know the story of where it came from, but I promised I would not tell it. If you want to know, you have to ask Darcy Castellano, who is one of the singers in the band.
Is that a female?
Mhm.
So this is like, what kind of band is it?
Cover band.
Okay.
But they do really fun songs. Like,
Gotcha.
and Brian and his wife Darcy both sing.
So, well,
Yeah.
I like it.
And their guitarist, Mr. Paul Blake, that dude is a beast. And he may hear this and he's going to be like, no, man, I appreciate it. He's like so fucking humble.
The most modest of
Yes.
people.
He's like Ed Sign at More Music. Ed may be well, he is. I've already said he's the best guitarist here. He's insanely incredible.
You know who Humphreys McGee is?
No.
They're a jam band. I've seen them live like 10
I
times
can't do
now.
jam bands.
But I used to say that, but like when I heard they're the lead guitarist,
After about the second or third song, I'm like, okay, I'm over it.
What's a jam?
they never. Well, dude, all their songs like run together. You
Yeah,
don't even know what
exactly,
song
yeah.
is what, but I love
Think
it.
of like Fish.
They're exactly like Fish.
Yeah,
I don't know who
I
Fish
can't
is.
do it. I can't.
Well, they're a little bit better. Like their guitarist, man, he's just one of the best in the world, dude.
Look, I love stuff like that, and I can listen to like a song at a time, like for an instrumental band.
They're usually like 20 minutes of songs.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, well, you lost me at about 6 minutes. Oof.
Usually when I go, it's like
Fucking Freebird.
we drop a little LSD, so you get lost in the light show, and the music becomes like, oh, they're still playing music.
You drove 40 minutes for this.
It was like an hour, dude.
Drive slow.
I do drive, so I gotta drive slow. I do.
Had a boot on your car.
Cops is on the lookout.
Yeah, son. I didn't told you I've been in a lot of trouble.
Breaking the law.
I live my life like that.
Live my life 1/4 mile at a time.
God damn it. I just want to kick you in the dick right now.
I haven't seen the new
Look,
Fast and Furious.
I love how fucking pleased he is when he says shit like that too. He just
Yeah.
sits back and laughs.
Yeah, it's like great. I'm so happy with myself when I have it. No day.
Were you like you're anti Vin Diesel or Fast and Furious?
No, it's just
The best one was the fifth one.
The fifth one?
Yeah.
I don't even remember which
was
one
that
it
the old and slightly perturbed.
Yes.
No, that was the one with Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, where they're robbing the oil tankers?
Yeah.
No, the bank.
The bank?
The bank one's pretty good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is decent.
I'm like, that's the only one I like besides the first one.
I'm just waiting for him to go into space now.
Yeah,
They are. They are. That's
It'd
awesome.
be just the ninth
How are
one,
they
right?
gonna?
Jason Etz.
How are you gonna go a quarter mile in space? How are you gonna judge that?
It's not gonna be a quarter
mean-
mile. It's gonna be a light year.
A light
Look,
year.
you know that they're gonna. It's
Quarter
gonna
light
get to the point where they steal 2 rockets and then they end up. They're like, let's see who gets there first. And
It's
Oh,
fucking Vin
fuck.
Diesel versus Paul Walker. They see him in the more.
Paul Walker in space. He's on the other side of the moon.
Yeah. I wasn't dead, guys. I just left Earth for a little bit. Fooled ya.
God damn.
It's been a couple years. It'll be alright.
Man. The last few, they've like turned into like, oh, we gotta save the world. They're turning into like heroes now. They're probably gonna have to go to space and
What's this?
save the
The
villain.
last, they started off as car thieves. Now they're fucking heroes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Now they're
Yeah,
like-
it's
They're gonna go up there and blow up the villain spaceship.
Doctor. Oh my God, Fast and Furious, Doctor Evil.
Yes.
Please make this happen.
$1 million.
This would be fucking great. Please let Fast and Furious go against Doctor Evil, and he somehow converted Austin Powers to
I'd
his
rather
side.
see them have to face Ming the Merciless.
Ming the Merciless.
I'm trying to think
Fat
of who it is.
bastard.
To Ming!
I'm trying to remember who that's off of.
Flash Gordon, baby.
Flash
Yeah.
Gordon.
Oh yeah, Ted 2. That's I never watched Flash Gordon.
What? How have you never watched Flash Gordon?
Like not even one episode.
Just skipped it.
Episode? That's a movie,
Yeah, it was a
man.
movie.
Didn't they make that was a
Flash.
show, wasn't it?
Ah!
Queen did the fucking song.
That is-
It's great.
I thought Flash Gordon was a show, a TV series.
You're thinking about
as
The
well.
Flash.
No, they have that one too. That was a newer one, and then
I don't know that
There's an
Flash
older one,
Gordon
too,
was
back
ever a
in the day.
TV show.
It was
Flash
like
Gordon,
older.
a movie
Yeah.
from
I've never watched the movie.
1984, I think.
Well, I
something
wasn't
like
even
that.
born then.
What does that matter?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
I wasn't
Excuse
born
why I
when
didn't see the
Star
movie.
Wars came out. I've seen the motherfucker a
I've
whole
watched-
bunch of times.
All of the Star Wars.
Yeah,
I haven't
Exactly.
watched the new one yet.
I haven't either.
The Solo.
No, I haven't seen.
I kind of like
I haven't
Solo.
seen I haven't seen Solo. I haven't seen the last Star Wars movie.
My favorite one was Rogue One. That was my favorite one.
Rogue
Rogue
One's
One.
badass.
I like Rogue
Especially when Vader comes in and starts ripping shit up at the end. Yeah, boy.
I like
Russian
Donnie
people.
Yen. That was fucking great.
What?
Donnie Yen,
Yeah.
the blind Jedi. I'm blind. They put a fucking bag over his head. I was dying. I laughed so hard. I laughed so fucking hard.
The
I
comedy.
still know where we are.
I can hear your footsteps.
You can use the Force to tell where you are.
Yeah, that was the best. That's the best Star Wars. I mean, was Rogue One.
Smell the iron in your blood.
Yeah. Supernatural's about to close out.
Yeah.
It's the last season. I haven't
That
watched
show's still going?
it.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, dude.
I haven't watched an episode since like 11. Like I haven't finished.
I think that's where I'm about. Yeah.
I fucking like
Well, I
I
made
just
it to
stopped
like
watching it.
season 5 on Netflix because my girlfriend made me watch.
You didn't like it?
That's a good show.
Dude,
I mean, like, I kinda
Supernatural's
like-
a badass show.
I had to like low key, I got
Don't act
into it
like you
low-key.
didn't have a crush on one of them.
I didn't.
Just shut the fuck up.
I
Don't lie to
didn't.
me.
Dude,
Don't lie to me.
The
Your
first,
eyes. I
the
can
first
see it in your
5
eyes. You like,
seasons, it was like
Jensen Ackles is very fine.
it was terrible
See?
acting.
He knows.
It was terrible acting in the beginning.
It's a CW show.
Yeah.
It was, and that's why I couldn't get into it. I was like, man, this is terrible. Then, like, as it went on, it got like bigger and
Uh-huh.
everything. Like, special effects got better, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of. And then we broke up, and I was like, I'll never watch Supernatural again.
Yeah. My favorite episode is a Scooby Doo episode.
My favorite is the one where they get transported to the real world.
Oh, and they watch them as they're making the show.
And they're like,
That's a good one, too.
and he's like, he looks at the thing, he goes, what the hell is a Jensen Ackles?
Yeah.
And then he sees himself from Days of Our Lives or whatever soap opera he was on. And he
Slow.
goes, no, 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 no. Oh, no.
So that was a slow burn right there.
And
Yeah.
Cass is like being himself. And they're like so super annoyed with him.
Yeah.
Misha.
He really
Yeah.
tweeted out that shit. Like,
He
I think the
did,
guys are really starting to dig me
Yes, he sent that tweet while they were shooting it.
Yeah.
Fucking
now.
hilarious.
He really sends that shit out while they're fucking. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't follow him at the time because I wasn't watching the show, but I went back.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, he really did send that tweet out. I was like, he really didn't do this. And I was like, yeah, he did.
They really punked me.
Yeah, I did. Am I getting punked right now?
dude, 11 years is a long time to be committed to a show.
No, it's more than 11.
This is like season 14, right?
14.
14,
Yeah,
15.
Good.
I stopped after season 11.
That's a long time. That's like it can be an entire career that you just dedicated to one show.
Yeah, that's a paycheck though, man.
Yeah. The amount of money they've made, they'll never have to do anything again.
But
Probably not. I just like 'cause
And-
I kind of want to get into things like that.
they can just do
The
Comic
other
Cons
cool
for the
thing
rest of
is,
their life.
the other cool thing is that they are both best friends in real life. Like they were each other's best men at each other's wedding.
That is cool.
That's fucking killer, man.
But like you're contractually obligated now to be friends with them.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
15 years, same show.
You're making. I don't know how much money they make, but I'm sure if you're going to be committed to it for 15 years, I guarantee
They've
you
made that nut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to be. That's what I want to do. Just be a writer on a TV show.
Yeah.
Comedy, I
to
don't
be
give a
writer.
fuck.
I want to write like movies and.
Somewhere I ain't gotta
like
travel,
that,
road
TV
trips and
shows.
shit. I'm just.
I want to
here.
go. I want to go
Listen
work
some
on
shit.
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
I still ain't watched that shit yet.
Nubs.
Dude,
Have you watched Letterkenny?
No, dude. I'm in a blackout phase, dude. I don't have cable. I don't have internet. I don't do any of that.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Right
First
on.
of all, I live out in the country.
But you sent me a message on Facebook though.
I have a phone.
that kind of depletes that. I don't have internet.
I have data, but I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't get to watch Netflix. I don't get to do any of that.
I got a message. I'm here. I don't have internet. Like I don't know how I got that. Did you fucking type it through your head and send it through me?
I have ESP, bro.
ESPN.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I got to watch
Da-da-da,
ESPN.
da-da-da.
No, for real. I live out in the country, dude, so it's real expensive. Like, I got to pay it's like $150 for shitty internet out there.
Oh
And
man.
it's shitty, you know. And then cable is the same thing. You know, a cloud goes through the sky, disrupts the connection, your satellite and shit.
Mm.
God damn, son.
I couldn't do it.
I
Not
mean,
at
I
this
love it
point.
though. It's so serene. It's very
Like,
peaceful.
look, if I ever live in the country, that means that I have become a millionaire at that point, and I will personally pay to have fiber optic cable run to my house.
You can afford it. So.
Fuck,
If
that's
you're
what
rich,
I'm
you can afford it. I don't know. The companies, they didn't even give me the time of day. Oh, you live where? No.
I'll be like, no. We're not having that discussion.
Yeah.
We need to have the discussion about how much is it going to cost me to run the fiber optic cable
Yeah.
to
We
my
got
house.
shit to do. You gotta get the fuck out here.
I don't even play video games anymore.
I haven't played in like 2 months.
I played 20 minutes of Blackout last night.
That's what Nubsy calls
You got drunk?
drinking really quickly and then passing out with a headset on his head and a
Yeah.
controller still in his hand.
Pretty much. Or somewhere else around me, somewhere. It's close by. I fucking fell asleep in the kitchen with my headset in the bathroom.
Nice.
I was pretty fucked up. I was off. That was lean and alcohol mixed. That's what that was.
You living life like a rapper out here, son.
No.
That's all he does.
OG Nubsy.
Dude,
Oh, dude, I'm about to make a comedy trap song.
too late.
It's gonna be
Slow
awesome.
rain, man.
Yeah, you want me to write it for you?
I've already wrote it. We've already got everything done, man. It's about it's making fun of, or it's actually about Tinder, is what the subject matter
Is it called Hinder?
No, that would be great.
I'm taking that idea.
Good, go ahead. I got a guy who makes some beats for you.
I need a beat maker because I nobody will let me make a beat.
His name is Dwight Schrute.
Dwight
Schrute.
Is that the office?
Everybody get it? Who's gonna get it? All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Get it? A beat maker?
Yeah.
No.
Beats, Bears, Battlestar
No, it's
Galactica. Bears, Beats, whatever. What is
Yeah,
it?
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
I was close. I had the two B's mixed backwards.
The 2 B's out of the 3.
The two of the three were wrong.
Right.
It's all B-E, though.
But yeah, he was a beet farmer
Yeah,
Okay.
beat
Dwight
maker.
Schrute.
Dwight Schrute.
on the Schrute.
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 Shoot.
Dwight K. Schrute.
Dwight F. Schrute.
Schrute
My middle name's not
Farms.
Fart. Butt liquor. Our prices have never been lower. God damn it! I love that fucking. That one does any. That's not a fucking joke, Jim. Probably my two favorite Dwight Schrute quotes.
I never got into the office.
The best. Oh my god, that show would fucking kill you. Still, the best prank is Asian Jim.
Yeah.
It's,
I really like the one we imitate him though. That's
oh yeah.
Dude, I've been messing around with a girl, and like every time I go over to her apartment, that's all that she watches is The Office. And she's like, "Oh my god, did you remember this episode?" And I'm like, "I've never seen one."
Right now, I'm watching Breaking Bad again.
I have watched that.
But I go through The Office probably 2 or 3 times a year, just because whenever I'm getting ready to go to sleep, like when it's wind down time at the end of the night,
Yeah.
I'll put it on
Background
and
music.
and just let it run. Dude, I know pretty much every episode. There's 9 seasons of that shit, dude.
Scott's
I
top.
might have to actually give it a shot. There's
Scott
so much-
Stotts is so fucking vicious, man.
Everybody has good things. I've never heard anybody say one bad thing.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you interact with anybody that doesn't like The Office, if they audibly tell you, "Oh, I hate that show," or "Oh, I don't like it," don't talk to that person.
That's like if a dog doesn't like it.
Like I know that people joke about you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. No, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
How do you not like The Office?
That should not even be able to be made into a sentence.
Yeah.
There's so many people in there that are like famous and like that I like their stuff that they do outside of the office. Steve Carell, the dude's
Dude,
hilarious.
Will Ferrell was on there.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's a hit and miss kind of comedy.
3 out of 4 motherfuckers from the Anchorman trilogy is on there.
Yes.
Wait, was Paul Rudd on there? I don't think he was. You make like a cameo or something?
I don't know, did he? I'm trying. Because there's Steve Carell, there's
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
And I can't remember the other dude's name. The one, the champ sports dude.
He's in there.
Yeah.
He's Packer.
Yeah. He's always like, oh, here we go.
He's Todd Packer. He's the one that's always filthy.
Yeah,
Like-
the dirty dude. Right? When the fucking.
He's the one that shit in Michael Scott's office.
Yeah.
Did you get that package I left for you today?
And then he had sex with them. That was 2 twins, and then Packer had sex with them. It was good. Like, come on, at least get a finger in your butt or something, motherfucker. Goddamn. Come on, Michael.
The New Jersey fish hook. I've been making all these like.
I'm just laughing right now thinking about my audience piecing together in their brain right now what a New Jersey fish hook is.
Yeah.
And when they go, oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes my soul happy.
What I'm thinking about is what the show went from when we started this episode to where we are right now.
Yeah.
much lighter on the side now.
Oh, yeah. We always get to this point, but I had some serious shit that I wanted to discuss.
Let me knock that down.
Dude, I've been
talking
making
about
these-
The Office. I'm gonna make that note.
The Office is a great fucking. Every episode should be titled in some type of Office fucking. Like instead of episode 182.
Stapler.
I'm just kidding.
Stapler.
No, that's Office Space.
Yeah. Close. It
My
has
stapler.
Office in the title.
Yeah, I just need my stapler.
I like that. I like that dude too. I'm a fucking British place to the ground. I said no salt on the margarita.
Take my traveler's checks to a competing resort. I'll burn this place to the ground. Fucking Milton, dude. You know that's actually like Office Space. The movie is based off of the book Milton.
Oh shit.
The book is actually about Milton,
I did not know
I'm
that.
reading
the
that
guys
book.
that he works with.
I haven't been paid in 3 weeks.
No. Another great movie is fucking Dodgeball, the underdog story.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I fucking love that
He's
movie
great
too.
in that.
Average Joe.
He also
Man.
in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, he plays the blind guy that runs
yeah.
the recording studio where they record the song.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, he's been in he's one of those everyman actors too. He's been in so much shit.
He's like, what's the guy's name in Step Brothers? Not Will Ferrell, but the other one.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly started off as like a very serious actor, like Days of Thunder and stuff like that.
I love that he's in Days of Thunder.
Oh, shit.
And then he's in the
He's in
spoof.
Talladega-
Fucking Talladega
Yeah.
Nights.
Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
It's
Use
great.
your witchcraft. Put
Holy-
out the fire.
I'm gonna
Holy
help you
shit.
put out this
Save
invisible
me.
fire.
Save me, Jewish God. Oh, please, God, don't let the invisible fire burn my friend alive.
So Tom Cruise is canon in fucking Will Ferrell's Talladega Nights. So that means John C. Reilly, who was in Days of Thunder.
He got a head injury, and that's what turned him into Dale Doback.
Oh my god. Boom. Everybody's mind just got blown right there.
Right?
Dale Doback is really fucking 85 years old. and
The
changing.
Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights conspiracy.
That's fucking great. Somebody's gonna make that happen.
Because in Days of Thunder, John C. Reilly's character, his brother, died in a wreck.
Wrong kid died.
Another reference.
We can tie in Walk Hard
my god.
with these 3 movies. We can tie these 3 movies. So here it is, okay? In Days of Thunder.
This is great.
In Days of Thunder, his brother died, and this caused unbelievable trauma. And his dad, he started having flashbacks though, like he lived in like an older time. But his dad would always tell him, "Wrong kid died."
Wrong kid.
Well, then, trying to appease his dad, he started racing cars, and then he got in a really bad wreck, and it gave him a head injury. So his dad kind of felt bad and took care of him, and kind of treated him like a child in his adult years. And then his dad met a new lady and got married, and he ended up with a stepbrother, and they went fucking batshit insane.
And they started driving.
And then all of a sudden he's got this fucking new stepbrother that put his nutsack
on the drum set.
Drum set.
How dare you?
They fucking love Shark Week.
John Bonham played Moby Dick for real.
Dude, all that just tied in.
Fuck yeah! Hold on.
Every movie John C. Reilly's ever done is connected
To tie into fucking Will. So let's not count Watson and Holmes. Let's not count that one. Holmes and Watson.
I did not see that one. I heard bad reviews.
Don't watch it.
That's like their style of comedy is a little over the top sometimes. It just doesn't work.
I know it's not. It doesn't work for that movie.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I didn't go to theaters and see. I just saw it at home. I was like, that shit was like on demand on cable in like a month after it debuted at the theater. So you know it was a shitty movie.
Yeah. You didn't even make a whole month.
And if you notice too, I can tie in Walk Hard one step further, because he dreamed, like he envisioned himself as this rock star.
Yeah.
And the first time we see Dale Doback in Step Brothers, he's playing Guitar Hero and rocking the fuck out in his room.
Yeah.
So that's where he was having his flashbacks of being Dewey Cox. Like he has this alter ego in his brain that he's created named Dewey
alter
Cox.
ego or another universe, like a parallel.
But he's a big fan of Johnny Cash.
What if it was
so
the
that's why
drugs?
he modeled it after him.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to try this, Dewey.
Like Earth.
It's going to make you feel real
positive.
good.
It's make you brief, make you hungry, make your sets better. Did you hear what I said? No, I'm good. I'm good.
I am so not a raper.
Grape.
Hashtag grape.
Hashtag
no consent.
That'd be a great conspiracy theory, though. Every John C. Reilly character from Days of Thunder till right now, not counting Holmes and Watson. Just leave that. Maybe we could.
He's in other movies, too. Like
Dr. Steve Brule.
Yeah.
That's his alter ego of his psychiatrist that takes care of him.
Dr. Steve Brule. Is that from the fucking Adult Swim?
Adults.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. God.
Oh.
I love that dude.
His hair is all crazy.
Rub your dingus.
Wow.
It comes on at odd times. I've only ever seen like 2 episodes. But dude, I was dying laughing when I watched them. I was like, this is comedy gold right here.
He does these interviews with people, and they are so uncomfortable.
Like Zach Galifianakis and the Toon Ferns.
Dude.
What if Zach Galifianakis is a younger fucking Dr. Steve Brule?
I think that Zach Galifianakis should take over Howard Stern's place when Howard actually leaves.
Fuck that.
Howard's never leaving. The man is going to be...
he announced his retirement.
Really?
Hmm?
Dude, how old is he now?
Like 64?
No, I think he's 70.
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up.
Dude's aged fairly gracefully, but...
Ric Flair like 72.
Ric Flair looked like he'd been put through the ringer, though. But
Literally,
who's had a way more fun life?
I don't know.
Ric fucking Flair. Are you kidding me?
I don't know, man.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now,
Ric
Ric Flair has had sex with more women in a 24-hour period than Howard Stern has in his entire life.
That's kind of sad.
I would have to put that one. I don't think so. Howard Stern.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, whenever he was a rock star in New York City.
Yeah. And he was
star.
married, and he's faithful when he's... I'm going to tell you right now, Ric Flair, maybe not 24 hours, but in a 48-hour period, Ric Flair has been with more women than Howard Stern has in his entire life.
I agree. I mean, because Ric Flair was also juiced to the gills. He was a handsome man.
I'll be
wheeling.
And what you saw on TV, that wasn't an act. That was him in public, too. Like, that was... Ric Flair was Ric Flair.
He cocained about it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He cocaine.
Oh, my God.
He cocaine
Mountains.
about everything.
He probably had a mountain of cocaine that would have made Tony Montana go, God dang, man.
Yeah, it might be
Like,
like
okay? You okay?
him and Sam Kinison
okay?
You okay?
are probably atop of the cocaine mountain.
I'm about to say, but Ric Flair took all the stuff from, like, didn't he take all the stuff from
He's
somebody?
65, by the way, Howard.
Howard's
That was
turning
close.
65.
I said 64.
But you still lose.
Yeah, I was
Still
under.
wrong.
I don't gamble though, so it's all right.
You don't gamble?
No, I got enough vices. I don't need one more.
Exactly. See, Nubsy sometimes listens to my advice.
Yeah, I got lean, alcohol. If I could smoke weed,
Well, that's substance, though. That's one. I consider that one substance.
Well, I don't know, man. Just a lot of drugs.
it's only weed,
all
lean,
substance.
and fucking.
You say
alcohol.
you can't smoke weed, or you do?
I can't smoke, but if it was, if I could, it'd be weed, lean, and alcohol. But it's just lean and alcohol right now.
Yeah, mine's just weed now.
Don't mix them together though, because you fucking. Oh my god. Don't do it.
I've never done it. I've never done a lot of drugs, to be honest with you. There's some that I've done lots of, like weed in particular, but there's also a lot that I will not try.
I haven't done a lot of drugs, but I have done some. And here's the ones I have done: LSD, Molly, heroin, chicken fat.
You just made me think of Mitch Hedberg. I used to do a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do, but I used to too.
Dude, he might be that's the hardest form of stand up right there, because he is just
Random.
one-liner.
Yeah, dude.
One-liner.
I got to see him live in St. Louis when I lived there.
I'm forever
A
jealous.
couple years before he passed away. My table, we were the only people laughing. And I mean, we are dying. And everyone else is just like, what? And I was like, did you people not know who you were coming to see? Because this is hysterical.
Yeah,
and
for real.
Rich looked at me at one point. He's like, I like your laugh, man. It's pretty cool. And I'm just like, I'm just fucking dying. And he's just like, I'll keep telling jokes. You keep laughing, all right?
I saw a wino yesterday eating grapes.
I was like, dude, you have to wait.
Wait, that's my favorite fucking Mitch Hedberg.
My favorite is the ant farm. I bought an ant farm. Them fellas didn't grow shit.
Yeah.
I was like, you little fuckers don't farm. And if I ripped off your legs, you would look like little snowmen.
Yeah. I had a security guard tell me I was blocking a fire exit.
If you have legs and are flammable, you are never blocking a fire exit.
Yeah. I don't know the amount of material you have to write to come up with one-liners, because I've seen him do hour shows. An hour worth of one-liners.
I have all of his albums.
It's just insane to me. And then still be on drugs like he was and be able to get up there and
Functional.
remember all
Yeah.
that shit.
Well, no, he didn't remember. If you remember, if you watched any of his stuff, he always had the pieces of paper, and he would. And he told one joke. He goes, he said something about, I've always wanted to have a briefcase handcuffed to my wrist, and he goes, that doesn't make any sense. And he looks down. He goes, actually, the bottom of this piece of paper is curling up right now, so I can't really see it. All right, and he just flips it over and goes to the next one. I was like, that's even better.
That's frowned upon. Getting on stage and reading.
Fuck that.
I've had a lot of people be like, you don't need to be reading when you're on stage. It's not the...
How are you going to let anybody else tell you how to do your comedy?
Yeah.
I agree
that.
with that, though. I don't want to be up there reading. So, like, I do a lot of riffs sometimes.
You don't read though. You just glance.
Yeah. You know what that tells me? And look, I know people
No,
that have like an iPad
A set list
that they
is-
bring up, and it just has like the topic.
Yeah.
And they know, like,
Like bullet
Your
points.
set list. That's different. Than,
Yeah.
But I've actually seen people get up there and, like, read their jokes off of paper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're reading to a class.
I mean, whatever. It's all in the delivery.
I mean, Andy
Yeah,
Kaufman
think
read a
about
book
this,
to people.
Dude. Exactly. And Ben Stein, the clear eyes guy, he could get up there and read jokes all goddamn day, and they would be fucking hysterical. He
It's all
could
about
read
delivery.
the newspaper to you,
Yes.
and it would be hysterical.
Don't tell somebody. Don't let somebody tell you how to do stand up.
Yeah, no.
No, I've never really listened. But, you know, there's a lot of good people who've been giving me advice. So, but my whole thing is I just want to go up there and be prepared. I want to know exactly what I'm saying.
Nah, then you just sound monotone and you just sound like you're reading from a script. It's good to go up there prepared, but leave a gap open for ad lib.
The best monotone delivery, in my opinion, is Stephen Wright.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Huh?
I know him.
Stephen Wright.
He was the guy that have baits, dude on the
The-
couch.
Oh, guy on the couch.
yeah. Okay.
You kill Killer B?
Yeah.
I believe him.
Yeah, he just goes, waves his hand.
I believe him, B. I don't know why, but I believe him.
I'm gonna kill all of you, starting with you little Mexican friend here. Yo, I'm Cuban B. Yes, Cuban B.
Yo, I'm Cuban B. That's my favorite part of the whole fucking
yes,
movie.
Cuban B.
That's his fucking name.
Yo, I don't want to be the first nigga to die from a crossbow.
Well, how long you think you're gonna last? 4, 5 o'clock?
No, he goes 5, maybe 6:30. Man, you gotta give us more time than that. He starts fucking crying.
You fed a diabetic horse. Yeah, you ate all my food.
Say it. Say I love Buttercup. I love buttered stuff. Buttercup. Butternuts. Cop.
God damn, I'm going back and watch that movie.
That was a classic.
Abba
I
Zabba,
love that
you my
one.
only friend.
Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, man.
Abracadabra, B.
Why do you keep saying that?
Abracadabra. Mr. Nice Guy. These motherfuckers are toasted out their mind inside of the back of a fucking van. No, it's like, God damn it, man. Such great movies.
Remind me, I got a story for you when we get off here, when we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That'll piss my audience off too. They'll be like, what the fuck? Tell the story on here. I can't right now.
I'll tell you next week, maybe.
Nope.
No, none at all. So
yeah,
fuck off, people.
You guys can't find out.
maybe know us in real life. You know what I mean? Maybe say hi one time. Maybe then you hear the story.
Come to my comedy show, then I'll tell you some stories.
I really don't want you there. You guys don't have to show up for that. You can stay at home and watch me on like fucking.
Speaking of, are you getting back? Are you back into comedy now, or are you just doing this podcast thing?
I'll be back in the comedy next month.
Next month?
Yes, I'm gonna go back doing stand up and stuff.
All right. Well, you let me know, man. I'm still putting on shows.
Right. Open mic at Jay's August 13th.
August 13th. I got a lot of shows
Right on.
coming up this next week. I'll be in Louisville and New Albany and then Owensboro.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is. I'm living like a true open mic comic right now.
But I want
Paying
everybody
to get there.
Getting absolutely nothing in
Yep.
return other than just stage time.
just pay
Yep.
your dues, son. Don't let anybody ever say you're an open micer. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it is what it is. It's evident.
What's your next one down in Owensboro?
August 2nd. It'll be Friday.
How much material do you have time wise?
Normally I do like 10
No.
minute sets.
I'm not asking how many sets you do, like how long your sets are. How
Oh, could I? You're talking about
could you do 45 minutes?
Yeah,
Really? Could you do an hour?
yeah. I would. I
Dude.
mean,
Dude, start pressing something to become a feature before a headliner or something like that. Start putting your name out there. Put together a solid 30 minute. If you can get that kind of time anywhere.
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
is getting that
Because
kind of
man,
time.
look, I'm not gonna. I understand that comedy is difficult, but at the same time,
It's a
he
business.
knows how I can just take control of just a crowd of people that aren't there to see comedy, like just hanging out at a bar, and all of a sudden I can go on a fucking rant or tangent and just have everybody's undivided attention. And
You're the comedian who doesn't get on stage.
right, and I do observational humor and shit like that, and all of them keep begging me. They're like, dude, just do it. Breezy wants me to so fucking bad.
Oh,
Breezy's gonna be with me in 2 of those shows.
Nice.
She's so great.
I like Breezy.
I'll be at the next one. I can't make this Friday because I got to work, but I'll be at the next one. Let me know the date.
Them lanes
I'll
ain't
have to
gonna
get it,
grease
do it.
themselves.
No,
Well, see, like I'm also getting.
Do what?
I got a new job.
Did you?
Work at a shoe store now.
He's gonna be Al Bundy.
It's in the mall.
God, dude, Al Bundy was like the best one-liners in history.
Shut up, Peg.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Shut up, man.
You missed
When
me with every bullet so far.
When she said, I'm picturing myself in a Jaguar. Yep, now if we can only find one hungry enough. They are what Frank and Marie, like, that was the Frank and Marie from Everybody Loves Raymond. His
Yeah.
mom and
Oh
dad.
yeah.
Like
Peter
that was
Boyle.
Al and Peggy when they were younger.
Doors
Like,
up.
Al and Peggy were the younger version, and they turned into Frank and Marie.
And shit, and then they had Raymond.
Yeah.
Dave Faustino. I don't know, Faustino.
Faustino.
Fastiano. Sounds Italian.
They are Italian.
I don't know about that.
I mean, definitely think. I mean, Ray Romano, is he not Italian?
No, it's
Oh yeah, he's
talking
Italian
about-
as fuck.
Yeah,
Ray
Ray-
He's
Romano.
got
yeah.
the fucking nose. You know what I mean? The Italian nose.
Yeah, Ray Romano's Italian. I'm talking about fucking Dave Faustino from
Faustino.
Dave Faustino from
Dave
fucking,
Fosterino.
David fucking Christina Applegate though.
Oh
God damn.
man!
I went to go pick up some liquor yesterday from the fucking store, and the lady behind the counter, I handed her the fucking pen when I meant to hand her the receipt, and I tried to put the receipt inside the fucking pen holder because of that ass.
Dude, I did something similar to that.
I'm gonna go talk to her every day for the rest of my life till she like loves me. I guess I don't know.
The other day, I went to a gas station and I was just like going in there to buy like an energy drink and get something to eat. And like this girl had an ass for days, and like I just couldn't help myself. And like as I was leaving, I tried to get like one more peek, but I was going like I tried to go out the indoor and like straight face planted into the door, like knocked my glasses off. I was like, there was no hiding it. I was just like, all right,
because of your ass. That's why I did that.
yes.
I would have said. I would have been like, you know what? This is your fault.
Yeah, yeah. It's your
Well, I
fault.
looked at her like it was her fault. I was like,
Right.
you
fucking
how dare you
bitch.
have that ass in here?
motherfucker.
How about you sit that down on the toilet soil like that, yo?
How about you sit that on my face?
I'm gonna wear your ass like a goalie mask.
That's how. I'm gonna try to get that liquor store lady's number.
Liquor store lady.
Shoot your shot, son.
Let me see.
Shoot your shot.
What are you gonna do if her name turns out to be Dina?
I'm gonna punch her in the fucking cooter. Don't even know her. Her name's Dina. I'm punching her goddamn cooter.
You get an uppercut her right to the baby maker.
Fucking Pacquiao. Right on the fucking bean. Just my knuckle,
right
her
to the
bean.
bean.
Fucking, it's almost not even fucking skim it. It's the whole fucking knuckle right here. With the fucking knuckle tat on it. So I'm gonna leave an imprint of my fucking tattoo on her fucking bean. She's a fucking fuck you, Dina.
I don't even know Dina, but fuck you. Okay?
We all have a Dina.
I've literally never met anybody named Dina.
No, but you've had a Dina.
Yeah, everybody has that one Dina, that one person.
I'm confused.
Actually, I got a Dina and a Lucy too.
You guys have some inside jokes going on, and I'm not on the inside.
Well, you gotta
A
listen.
woman that you would just love to punch right in the cooter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because she didn't give you no love.
We all have a Dina.
We all have a Dina.
We give her old fucking cunt kick.
I got
A cunt in the punt, or a punt in the cunt. Yeah.
there was a Lucy, girl named Lucy when I was like 23 or 24. That Fast Eddie's was still around, and she's wearing like I remember this vividly. She was wearing a leopard print fucking like a tight ass dress, and it crept up, and I saw a thong, and I fell in love that day. And if I see her, I wouldn't punch her in the cooter, but I look her asshole. I would tongue punch her fart box.
Hi, my name's Chris. I like long walks on the beach, holding hands, and eating ass. Date me, please.
That is my Tinder
That's
profile.
his Tinder pro. Yeah, you just pretty much nailed it.
I ain't been on Tinder in forever, man.
You need to be on there
You
swiping
probably got a
right.
whole bunch of swipe like matches
Oh.
and shit waiting on you.
I got a new phone and never re-downloaded it.
Oh man,
Fuck it, start anew.
these ladies nubs, you're letting them down.
No, fucking, that's all robots and fat shit, so it don't matter.
Robots and fat chicks.
Dude, it doesn't even matter. I get on there. And
I need a
like,
robot fat.
if they're
chick.
not attractive,
Oh, yes.
I just plug my comedy. I swear to God. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I got a show coming up here on August 2nd. Please come out.
Yeah.
Other than that, fix your face.
Yeah. You want to go on a date with me to the show on that day, then after that, what I'm going to do is, like, I'll take a girl to Zesto's, and, like,
That's his move.
that's my,
That's the go-to.
like, when we order the food, she might get something, but I'm going to more look for her to get top off in the fucking drive-through or parking lot, whatever.
Got you.
Depending on what restaurant we go to, fast food chain. And might call her after that and drop her off soon after.
I mean,
Get
listen,
drunk and I get horny, go home, then like bang her out.
I've ran a lot of fast food restaurants, and like I probably wouldn't say shit if you're getting your dick sucked in the drive-thru.
No, I mean Zesto's is he doesn't have a drive-through. You just park, walk up, order food, and
Oh,
wait till they
the
call your
walk-up
number.
service.
Yeah. If I was in it through a drive-through though, I would high five somebody. Dude. I'm like,
I would get out of my car just to high five you.
no eye contact, but
I need 2 5 layers and a high five for this guy.
Can I get some hot sauce Taco Bell for this lady's mouth? Because I want to see what's happening with that.
Can I get some fire, please?
Also,
Need that Diablo sauce.
yeah.
So.
But none of that fucking sauce at Taco Bell is hot. It's just like, this is
No,
sad.
it's not.
They don't have the
Diablo
Diablo
tastes
sauce.
the best.
That was dude. I ran one, and like whenever my employees would ask me to leave, I'd make them like drink like a whole ramekin full of the Diablo sauce.
That ain't shit for me.
Yeah,
The bread ain't shit for people who like spicy foods,
Yeah.
but for people who didn't, it was
Like I can
like
drink sriracha straight out of the bottle.
Sriracha
Yeah.
is not
I love
spicy
it.
though. It's not hot to me.
No,
sriracha's not that hot.
no.
I'll tell you
That's
what,
what I'm
it is,
saying. Like,
Oh, I'm getting fucking
used to
Buffalo
just
Wild
eat it.
Wings later today. I'm getting some habanero wings. Speaking of,
oh yeah.
yeah, I want
They
to-
need
You guys
mango.
really like spicy food.
They
though,
need
like-
mango habanero.
I
there.
think that's what they got.
I don't think so.
Do y'all eat the blazing sauce?
I had sits
I don't
of,
like. I don't like the flavor.
I had sits of
Like I've had them, and I was like, whatever.
You know, it tastes good and it's hot as fuck.
I did the challenge
Yeah, no.
at home. I didn't do it there, but it's like eat sits without no water or anything. I did that, and I was like, this is all right.
Like if
Pictures or it didn't happen.
if their spicy barbecue
I got you.
if their spicy barbecue was the heat level of the blazing, that'd be great.
The spicy barbecue,
Spicy barbecue is pretty fire, dude.
the flavor,
And the
that
Asian
heat.
zing.
That's just racist
Caribbean
right there.
jerk. I like that one.
I like
Asian
that one,
zing's
too.
really good. Yeah, Caribbean jerk's good.
I like the dry rub.
Yep.
They probably have the best mild sauce.
I was in El
their
Paso.
mouth.
I like
sauce.
medium. I like their medium wings.
It's just a good
Okay.
flavor.
Yeah.
I was down in El Paso with visit my cousin a couple years ago.
Want to hear a song about a Mexican hitchhiker?
Yeah.
It's called El Paso.
And we went to this place, and it just had
We
dry
were
rub.
talking
and
about
shit.
Larry the Cable Guy
That was
earlier,
good.
so
That was good. I forgot what I was saying.
What happened in El Paso?
We
What
went
were
to
you
this
doing?
barbecue
down
place.
in the West
Texas,
Texas
town
town
of
of
El
El
Paso,
Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
So we went to this barbecue, and they had dry rubs there, and it was like great. And they had barbecue sauce, and they didn't really have a lot though, because usually tested the dry rubs and shit. It was good.
That has to be like a really flavorful dry rub.
Good.
Yeah,
Be good.
Texas, man, they got the dry rubs. That was fucking great. And then we ride across the street from Juarez, watching motherfuckers, real Mexicans cross the border. I seen-
Dude, did y'all hear about that? There was like a Mexican police officer that was staying here illegally, and he got caught with enough fentanyl to kill 10 million people.
that is a lot.
That's the unit of
Damn.
measurement they used instead of the
Yeah.
actual like how many
Dude,
grams,
like,
pounds.
Like 2 grains of salt worth will fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's
Like it could happen to you and you wouldn't even know, and you'd be dead before you knew what happened.
so like how much is that to kill 10 million people?
Probably like a bag,
Not even. It's about the size of a ping pong ball.
about a dime bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 ball of fentanyl.
Yep.
That's the worst. You're a piece of shit.
Genocide.
If you take that to the face, you're a fucking G.
You'd be a dead G. What the fuck? That's one of those things. Like I never got into heroin or anything like that because I have an addicted personality, so I already know. Like I can just like I already know how that road's
I
gonna go.
had to go around with that when I was a teenager, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
it's rough, but man, it feels nice.
I bet most drugs do make you feel good.
Like Eddie Griffin's though, it's like when he saw Uncle do heroin. Can't remember it all, but he's like slopping over in the chair.
Yeah. You just see people like, I've literally had somebody OD in my bathroom before on heroin. Like, I guess he went after he shot up, he went to stand up and he like passed out and hit the bridge of his nose on the toilet.
Damn.
So I walked in there and it looked like
That's
a fucking
rough.
murder scene. Like I thought the dude was
fuck
dead.
Yeah.
And then everybody's freaking out. You gotta do something. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm gonna call 911.
It's not like I have a fucking adrenaline needle I can just shot into motherfucker's heart.
Well, I mean, even if I'm still not touching the
Pulp
dude,
Fiction.
there's fucking blood everywhere.
It's like a murder. I don't want to get I don't want to catch AIDS. One,
Yes, or hepatitis.
or hepatitis. Yeah,
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis A through Z.
I love that they just turned this illness into a fucking Greek
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis.
The
Yeah,
people. Have you ever
hepatitis.
heard of the philosopher Hepatitis? He comes around every once in a
It's
while.
like this is one of the lesser known Greek gods.
I like how fucking,
Hepatitis.
I was watching mean tweets on YouTube
It's
about
Aphrodite's brother.
Yeah.
hepatitis.
Hepatitis.
Wait a minute.
He just likes to lay around all day.
Yeah, Aphrodite's got us love. Yeah. I was trying to think, but Venus is the one for fucking Roman. I was like, isn't it Venus? No, Roman. Venus is Roman god of love. Aphrodite's a Greek. Fuck Rome. Taking Greek shit.
Where did that come from?
David
Fuck Rome.
Fastiano. God damn it.
Fuck.
Roman.
All right, man.
Not Rome now,
We've
but
hit
Roman.
like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, damn
Really?
it.
It's
son.
already been
Yeah,
that long?
man. It
I'm still
has.
trying to figure out, do I get the wings from Buffalo before I go to the Asian massage parlor or after the Asian massage parlor?
Before.
What they like? Because what they beating dick and I just shit everywhere.
That's what I'm hoping.
It's like hot habanero fire at my ass, and she's like, "Oh no, why you do that for?"
Why you do that for?
Like, me know, like you gotta go leave now.
Play the game like, is it a fart or a shit?
I'm gonna
While you're
glue
on the
you
table.
stinky. I'm gonna try to put glue around my dick so when she weeks me off, motherfucker, she's just stuck there. I'm running around like, "What are you doing, lady?
Let go.
Let go.
Let go.
I have not yours to own."
You didn't pay for this.
You didn't pay for this. I paid for you. You didn't pay for me.
All right.
No, I can't
Ryan,
because I said that.
thank you so much for coming in, man.
Dude, it's been awesome. Thank
This
you
has
for
been
having
fun.
me.
Well, we'll definitely have to have you back on.
Yeah, man.
It was a good time.
Big Tucker here, torn.
Yeah.
Joshman Ninch, Jew boy.
Yeah, Josh is still living with me in Owensboro.
Right on.
So,
Nice.
we give him. I guess like if we do, like we can probably come up together, do a show together, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can set that up.
Yeah, that crazy motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, for Nubsy Slow,
That's your boy.
I am the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. This has been the Bulldog Unchained podcast. And, I don't know, eat a bag of dicks or whatever.
Do whatever it
still
is you do.
don't- You still don't know what Hong Kong Peaches is.
No.
Oh, man.
We will never know.
Show's over, motherfuckers.